Well, guys, do you know King Charles just stood in front of Congress and humiliated President Trump to his face? And Trump's response told you everything about where America stands right now. I'm going to share this important clip with you. First of all, take a look at this important clip. I request you to watch the video till the end. Here we go.
Donald Trump's war of choice on Iran is not his only. Donald Trump has launched trade wars, wars of words against NATO, and of course, wars with countries' leaders on Truth Social. And that extended itself out to today, when King Charles took a mocking tone, took a bit of a shot at Donald Trump for one of those wars in the address that he gave to Congress, and Donald Trump subsequently melted down on Truth Social, which everyone, I think, could expect. Donald Trump has been challenging our allies like no president we have ever seen before, and the result has been his own isolation. Isolation that he complains about and did in this Truth Social post. We are going to get into it all, but it does start with the humiliation of really our entire government that was very subtly communicated through King Charles's speech, starting with a call out of the battle that we have not been fighting against climate change, and a pan to the man who is certainly part of the responsibility for that failure. It was a hilarious clip before.
By the way, Trump is isolated now. No president of any country is liking President Trump. You can see France, you can see NATO allies of USA. Everybody is turning against Trump. Why? What is the reason? Let me know in the comment section.
Before we get to Trump.
As we celebrate the beauty that surrounds us, our generation must decide how to address the collapse of critical natural systems, which threatens far more than the harmony and essential diversity of nature. We ignore at our peril the fact that these natural systems, in other words, nature's own economy, provide the foundation for our prosperity and our national security.
I think that the cinematography of that shot deserves like an Oscar. For King Charles to be talking about climate change and then to cut to Lee Zeldin, who is the EPA administrator who has failed at his job, has been doing everything he can to protect big oil and big polluters, making sure that anyone can do whatever they want without, of course, any consideration for the environmental impact, because this administration denies the existence of humans' impact on the environment. A+ to you for that camera work right there. And King Charles is right. I know a lot of people have said it's a little weird that King Charles is in the United States, that he would want to visit with Donald Trump. I've said in a previous video, I don't know what the politics are of this decision back, in the UK, but okay, I don't know who would want to visit Donald Trump right now. I do, though, appreciate him kind of recentering to a degree at least the view of our allies, especially in the shot that he took against Trump right here. The Democratic Twitter account headquarters wrote, King Charles appears to remind Trump that NATO supported the U.S. in the wake of 9/11 after Trump's repeated claims that NATO has never helped America. We're going to get to that clip, but I do want to point out that Trump recently made one of those claims, saying about Iran, we've wiped out the opposition. If we ever had to keep going, we would wipe out the rest of it very quickly, and I hope we don't have to do that, but it may be possible that we do that. But NATO was not there for us. We are not happy with NATO. And then, of course, King Charles said this about NATO.
But now everybody is facing difficulty due to President Trump's decision to start a war with Iran. He is complaining about NATO allies. But what is the decision of the whole Americans? 65% of Americans are not happy with this war. They said Trump started this unwanted war and we are facing inflation due to this war. So Trump is hoping that NATO will be with us. But what about the people of USA, the common people of USA? They are not supporting this war. Most of them are not supporting this war. 35%, only 35% people are supporting this war. And 65 are not with this war. So what about that? Nobody's talking about the decision of common people of USA.
In the immediate aftermath of 9/11, when NATO invoked Article 5 for the first time and the United Nations Security Council was united in the face of terror, we answered the call together, as our people have done so for more than a century, shoulder to shoulder through 2 world wars, the Cold War, Afghanistan, and moments that have defined our shared security. Today, Mr. Speaker, that same unyielding resolve is needed for the defense of Ukraine and her most courageous people.
Everybody's happy with his speech, by the way.
It is needed in order to secure a truly just and lasting peace.
Again, do I love that King Charles is in the U.S.? I'm not going to say it's a capitulation to the regime. I just don't like to see really any interaction with world leaders and Donald Trump in which they're not being completely stern with him. But I think that's getting there, like invoking the treaty organization that Donald Trump has attacked the most, I think is certainly important, and bringing to light with any American tuning in that it does matter no matter how much Donald Trump says it doesn't. Yes, I do think that that is important, especially because Donald Trump clearly isn't happy with any world leader right now and decided to melt down about this very same issue moments after the speech concluded. Trump wrote on Truth Social, the Chancellor of Germany thinks it's okay for Iran to have a nuclear weapon. He doesn't know what he's talking about. If Iran had a nuclear weapon, the whole world, quite frankly, would be held hostage. I am doing something with Iran right now that other nations or presidents, quite frankly, should have done long ago. No wonder Germany is doing so poorly, both economically and otherwise. Yes, the great important metric of otherwise. So Trump, here's King Charles talking about how we need our allies, we need to be together. And Donald Trump, who is consistently isolated the United States on the world stage, then, of course, starts attacking one of our allies, saying that the German chancellor is an idiot and he has no idea what's going on, and why wouldn't he help us with Iran, and everybody should, or you're a failure, and I don't even like NATO, and it doesn't matter, and we're blowing it up, and we want to do away with it. That is what Donald Trump is saying, consistently isolating the U.S. from our allies. And it is important, thus, that King Charles has reminded us of the importance of our NATO allies. But let's think about this a little bit deeper. Of course, Donald Trump is attacking our allies, attacking world leaders. Who is he not attacking right now? Putin. Who is Putin helping? Iran. And Donald Trump has started a war with Iran that, of course, has made that partnership a little bit stronger, has allowed Russia, because of the destabilization of the Strait of Hormuz and the destabilization of the global oil market, to make a couple more than a few bucks selling their oil, selling their natural gas around the world. So Donald Trump, in effect, in this war has helped Putin. But how else has Donald Trump helped Putin? The destabilization of NATO directly helps Putin. Fighting with Europe directly helps Putin. And so if you think that Donald Trump is, in effect, owned by or a puppet of or blackmailed by the Russians, Donald Trump stirring up fights with NATO,
Well, guys,
that directly plays
I just
into
want to
Putin's
say
hands.
it's really very true. Jack Cocciarella, he's saying very true that Trump has isolated USA in the whole world. No president is happy with President Trump. Not Europe is happy, not any NATO allies. They're not happy with President Trump. What's the reason? The people only the happy is, we can say that Russia, the president of Russia, president of China, they're happy with President Trump. And Trump said several times, President of Russia is my friend, Putin is my friend, President of China is my friend as well, President Xi is my friend. So I remember those statements from President Trump. But now we can literally see Trump has isolated USA in the whole world. But still, Trump is confident. He says, I'm here to make America great again. So we can literally see it's been more than 1.5 years now. And it's the second term of Trump, and we are saying make America great again. And everybody, not just in USA, all over the world, people are facing inflation due to this war, US-Iran war. And Trump just isolated USA badly. Even France, UK, they are not with US in this war. When we talk about 9/11 and in the past, everybody was with USA. So what is the reason why USA is being isolated? It is a fault of President Trump. Can you tell me in the comment section, guys? I really gain a lot of knowledge from your comments. I'm a student of US politics and you're the teacher. You have to teach me the correct politics for USA. Please consider subscribing if you're new to this channel, because when you click on the subscribe button, it really means a lot to me. It actually helps me a lot when you click on the subscribe button. I'll bring more important videos for you. Till then, please take care of yourself and please take care of your health as well. It's really very important.